while we are over here, I want to mine the wheat again, replant this, and I kind of want to expand the farming area just a little bit so we can have a little bit more seeds planted and get the beetroot planted at some point. I'm probably going to do that later today, not right now, because I really want to get hunting for the sniffer. All right, it is time to smelt our iron. We're going to get this stuff smelted up because we are definitely going to need a full set of iron armor for finding that sniffer to deal with all of the drowned we're going to run into. So we're going to get that smelting, and we're actually going to smelt 8 copper as well. We'll just smelt a whole coal ingot of copper. That way we can get a few brushes, and we'll just have a couple ingots left over. I'm realizing as well, another thing that we're going to need are feathers. And I know there are chickens in this area, so I'm thinking we should set up a little chicken farm as well, just so we can have renewable chickens, but also so we can get a feather after we get a couple of them. So I'm going to take these seeds, and we're going to take these fences that we had left over from earlier, maybe make a couple more, and we're going to go get some chickens. And here we are. I found at least, oh, there's 2 of them. That's perfect. Okay, we got to grab, ooh, that one. And actually, there's a few here. Perfect. Okay. Now, so we have 3 chickens. That means we can get a 1 feather, and 2 chickens to farm. So we're going to slowly walk him back this way, and get a little farm set up for him. All right, we have 3 chickens safely in a little pen right here. We're going to breed a couple of those guys, get that started. Now, there's one thing that I'm concerned about with these sheep. I've noticed that there is a lot of wolf activity getting kind of close to them, and I would really not like the sheep to perish, but I had a thought about this. There's some cows over there, and we need to farm cows as well. So I'm thinking I'm going to make a 2x2 ring around the sheep farm, and that's going to be the cow section, and the sheep will be protected inside, kept away from the wolves, because they are slowly getting this way, and worried they're going to be able to jump up and like bite them, not get in, but like bite them from the side and kill the sheep. So we're going to do that really quick while we breed up some chickens, and then we should be ready to go on our adventure. All right, here it is, a wolf-proof sheep pen. I'm gonna go get the cows. We're gonna put the cows in this little outer area, and then the sheep will just stay in here. And I think it'll work pretty well. They're all gonna be hanging out in the same area anyway, so might as well have them literally in the same pen. So I'm gonna run and grab some cows and bring them in here as well. All right, we got the 2 cows in the outer part. I'm just gonna breed these guys while we're here. Get them going to make some more cows here, and we have obviously the sheep here as well. But this is going to be our little starter farm area, and then of course chickens are just right over there. We have carpets to jump in and out to make it a little easier, but I think this is a great little spot for some starter farms. I'm excited about these, and I cannot wait to get these bred up so we can have a little more food here as well. And now we have something very important, not the raw chicken, we have a feather, perfect, so we have a feather now as well that we can use to make our brush, because it's about time to get started on our little journey to see if we can get a sniffer egg. All right, we now have a whole bunch of iron, so I think it's time we make some iron armor. We're going to get a full set of iron armor to handle these drown down there. We have a couple iron picks already, but we're definitely going to need an iron sword and some iron tools as well. I'm going to make an iron shovel and axe too, just so we're kind of kitted out and ready to go to fight these drown down there, because they can be a bit tricky. Now, there's only one sad thing about the full set of iron armor. Our cod's head has to come off. But, that being said, I think we can place the cod's head in a little place of honor just right here above that furnace. There we go. One of the first heads we got in the game to drop. And who knows, maybe we'll get some drowned heads while we're out there trying to get some sniffers. There is only one more thing we need before we get into our little journey, and that is a brush. Now, I love the archaeology feature. I've messed around with it a little bit, but I have never gotten a sniffer egg before, so I'm excited to see if maybe this is the moment that we get a sniffer egg, because I would love to have some sniffers in this world. So we are now all set. We have full iron armor, iron tools. We have a brush. We don't have a bow, but that's not really going to help us underwater anyway, so I think we're ready to go. We even have a little extra food here. So we are now embarking on our journey. I wrote the chords in chat in case I need them, but it's 5:51:59, so it's going to be off this way a little bit. We just got to do some sailing before we get there, but I brought a bunch of wooden stuff because I am thinking we're going to have to make a little base over there to start out, and actually I think I want to bring a bed as well, so let's go back and get that. All right, here we come up onto, I believe it's a lukewarm ocean. You can see the color change in the water. This is exactly what we're looking for. There we go. The biome just changed to lukewarm ocean. And now we just need to float around until we find one of the underwater ruins, because that's where we're going to be looking for those sniffer eggs in the suspicious sand. Okay, so I think for our first one, we are super in luck because this one is grounded. So a lot of this underwater ruin is above the water. It's like out in the open. So we might be able to get really lucky here and set up a little base to start out our journey as well. There are tons of drowned here, and there's even a couple trident drowned. There's 2 with tridents. So let's see our luck on the surface first. There's a little bit of suspicious sand here. So here we go. We're going to try these out and see what we get. And it's not a sniffer egg, but an emerald is not a bad way to start here. We're always going to need more emeralds for villager trading later on, so that is not a bad start. I'm pretty sure that is a 3rd trident drowned over there. That is insane. I've never seen this many drowns with tridents in one area. That's crazy. Well, we might have to try and get a trident as well, although I'm kind of scared to take these guys on right now. But that being said, I think we're going to set up a tiny base of operations here, just so we can get a chest set up to put all of this stuff in. So I just pulled another one, and it was just a wooden hoe, and I don't really need that per se. So we're gonna have our little base of operations set up right here. I'm even gonna throw a bed down in case we need to sleep, because when it comes to night, I don't really want to deal with more drowned. So I found a buried treasure map in this chest here, which that's cool. We're definitely going to need to go and look at that eventually, but I'm still just mining around, seeing if I can find any more sus sand, because sometimes it does end up getting buried down here. I want to make sure we cover all our bases, since it is a bit of a rare chance to drop the sniffer egg. And oh my gosh. There we go. There's a sniffer egg right there. Oh my gosh. I am so excited, actually. I haven't actually gotten a sniffer egg before. This is my first one.
Nice.
In survival. And I am super excited to have this guy. I'm going to definitely see if I can get a second one so we can breed him. But that was only the 3rd suspicious sand I dug out, and we already have a sniffer egg. That's crazy. I'm so excited. I am going to put this guy safely in the chest because I do not want to lose the sniffer egg. So I've successfully mined out one of these things. Well, as far as I know, there might be some suspicious sand down here somewhere. But for now, I think I'm going to call this one good, and we're going to move on to the next one over there. This is the stuff we got from the first one. We got a wooden hoe, a sniffer egg, the emerald, and then we also got some stuff from the chest. We got some coal, this wheat as well, and the buried treasure map, which we'll definitely go and take a look at after we excavate this area. In the next little one, we already have a suspicious sand right here, so we're going to dig this one out. Ooh, we got an iron axe. That's always useful. I'll take iron tools from these. That's always helpful because we can use those pretty much anytime we want to. We have another one right here that just popped out, and we have a chest. So in the chest, not a whole lot of good stuff. We do have a mending fishing rod, though. Actually, that could be super useful, so we'll take that one. We're going to try again here really quick. Looks like we're getting another emerald, so we kind of have a boost when we find a village and start doing some villager stuff. We got another one over here, though, so we'll pull that. And looks like we get some wheat from this one. I'm actually having some pretty solid luck with these. The other ones I've excavated, I haven't found a whole lot of suspicious sand, but this one being above the water is like a huge boost. That was super nice find, because it's much harder to do this when you're underwater digging everything out by hand without a water breathing potion. I'm currently trying to lure the trident drowned up here so that he's a little easier to attack, because I am weak in this game, and I don't want to die to a trident drowned quite yet, especially when we just got a sniffer egg. So maybe oh yeah, that hurts. Maybe I can juke him around a little bit and see if he can come up here to me, especially if I like suck him in over here. He's like just around the ridge, and I think he's coming in now, or he's almost coming in. He's at least trying to. Oh, he's still right there. All right, we're gonna see if we can get him. Ooh, there we go. We took some damage and no trident. But I wasn't really expecting a trident on the first one, especially without looting. We've got another piece right here. Looks like we're getting some more wheat. All right, it is now time for me to go underwater. I've kind of dug around these, and I'm not really finding any suspicious sand down there, but there's a couple more structures down here, and they're going to be dangerous, but I have a plan so I can kind of stay underwater and not worry about coming up and down. I'm going to use these doors and build like a mini house under the water there so I can protect myself, and then just come up when I really need to. But that way I have a little spot underwater that I keep going back to and not have to worry about swimming up here all the time. So here we have our nice little tiny house. I did put a little light in there. But you can see this is why I did this, because I don't want to worry about this guy. So if I just open the door, I can just attack him from in here. So if I ever get into a pickle, I can just swim my way back here. It's like a little safe place for me. So this is gonna work pretty well, I think. Also, what's nice is from like right here, I can actually mine some of the sand. So I don't have to worry about mining it while I'm out underwater. Our first sus sand down here is just right there, so I'm actually just going to mine it from right here. We're getting a lot of like wood tools and wheat here, but there's another wood hoe, and then I'm going to swim out here and just grab this one too. I have extra doors in case I need them to like pop up a little spot wherever I am. Oh, there's some more over there, so that's good to know. I'm going to hide back in my little house for a second. So I just went out again, but there's another trident drown like right here, so I'm just going to get rid of this guy really quick. Oh my gosh, and that one dropped the trident. I'm going to take a second and go and grab that. That was super lucky too. Wow, my luck is on fire right now. And we got a drown head there too. That's sweet. Okay, we're doing, oh, there's a drown right there though. Back up at the surface, I'm going to throw some of this stuff in because we got a trident there. We got a drown's head, a trident. We're getting some good stuff right now, actually. So I'm doing pretty well down there. I might actually make a couple birch doors here too, just so I have some extra stuff to throw down if I really need to. I did put a door down over at that one, but then I swam back to the little hut because I was scared of the trident drown. But we're going to go dive back down there to that door. So they aren't really pathfinding to me some of the time, I think, because I'm not technically in the water right now. So that's kind of awesome as well. But I'm just going to mine out this suspicious sand right here until someone attacks me. Oh, and we got a pottery sherd. That's pretty exciting. So I don't know which one that one is. But whichever it is, I think that's going to be cool to have. We can make some pots too. I am very glad we made that iron armor because it's helping us out a lot. But I've been mining stuff a little bit over here, and I'm not finding too many sus sand blocks. Oh, there's a chest down here, though, so that could be a good thing. We'll take a look at that one because there might be something good in there. I might need some air first, though, actually. The chest didn't have anything crazy. It did have a luck of the sea fishing rod, which is kind of nice. But nothing super insane in there. So I'm just going to throw some stuff back in here. And then I'm going to go dive back down in there. And I think we're going to move on over to this one here, which I think is the scarier one. So my shovel has died, and I haven't been super lucky finding other pieces of sus sand. So I'm going to pick up some of these doors. I'm actually going to leave that main structure that I made in here because I think that one will be nice for other people if they ever want to come over here and try to find any of the missing sus sand. But for now, I am going to head out and see if we can find another little temple and see if we can get some stuff there. So I was getting ready to depart and just pulled out the buried treasure map, and it looks like the treasure is just right over that way. So we're going to go grab that because I was planning to leave this stuff here for now anyway. It's going to be my little base of operations from this spot because it's pretty easy landmark to spot while I'm looking out. So I'm going to go grab that buried treasure really quick and then put that stuff over here as well. There we go. We found the chest. And awesome, we got Heart of the Sea. It's got some great stuff. Iron, gold, water breathing potions, which actually could be super useful for the task we're doing right now. We got some cooked food, a couple TNT. This is all very good stuff here. So I'm just going to clean up just a little bit, grab some of this stuff, and then I'm going to be on my way to the next underwater ruin. All right, I think I see something off here in the distance. This, I think, is our next target. We got a little small one, which honestly is probably kind of nice because we might get less drown spawns. But I'm going to set up one of those little door huts and see if we can find another sniffer egg here. So I'm planning to use the air from these little magma block things to give me a little bit of a boost down here so I don't have to go back to my little thing as much. My little nice door house over there. But I found a few pieces of suspicious sand and not a whole lot of drowned yet, which is awesome. And this is our third sherd. I think that's the same as one of the other ones we got, the one with the savannah tree. But that, oh, and here's the fourth, so we can actually make a pot now, and that's pretty cool. I moved on from the last one. Oh my gosh, there's a guardian temple over there. Guardian temple, there's a coral reef over here too. That little temple wasn't very lucky for us. We didn't get much. I got a curse of vanishing fishing rod, but that's not anything crazy. I'm just going to keep looking, see if I can find another one. Ooh, we got a ruined portal over there. There's tons of structures in this area, which is kind of nice. So, there's a shipwreck here, which means the possibility of armor trim. So we're going to dive in and see if we can get some of those. The shipwreck did not have any armor trims, but I did get some carrots. I threw those back at our little base area, and I'm going to go out a different direction, see if we can find another ancient ruin, because I would love to get a second sniffer egg here. All right, found another one here. It's also right next to a ruined portal over there, which is kind of cool. So let's see if we get a sniffer egg from this one, or if we get something cool from that ruined portal. There's at least 2 gold blocks, so that's a good thing. All right, I am in my tiny little hole because I finally found the second sniffer egg. I am so excited. If we just go back this way, it was at this one here. We finally got one, and I could not be more excited. This is the second one. This is all we need because now we can breed them and make a little army of sniffers out there. So I'm actually, just real quick before we go, going to take the contents from this chest. I think this is probably going to be the same buried treasure map that we already looked at. No, actually, I think it's a new one. So we're going to hang on to this, take this somewhere. Maybe we can get a second Heart of the Sea while we're at it too. All right, so the buried treasure map was actually a new one. I'm about to get ready to head back, but we were right over there, and this is a new buried treasure. So I'm just going to dig around here and see if we can find the other one, because having 2 Heart of the Seas would be kind of sweet, actually. All right, so after digging this whole section out, I was like, where could this thing possibly be? It is all the way down there. So if we dive down here, the chest is actually all the way at the bottom here. So I'm just going to go through, and this one has some diamonds, so that's awesome. I'm going to go through and grab all this stuff before I drown, and then we're going to head back up to the top, and we're going to head back home now too. All right, everybody. This is our haul from our adventures today. So we did shipwreck, we had nether portals, we didn't do the temple, the guardian temple, because that one is too much for us right now, but tons of these ancient ruins, a couple nether portals, we had a shipwreck, and this is what we all got, and 2 buried treasures. We got some diamonds, a couple Heart of the Seas, and most importantly, we got the 2 sniffer eggs, which I'm excited for, and the trident. So I'm going to bring all this stuff back to my house for what we're going to do in the future. All right, everybody, we have made it back to the house, and I've actually put a bunch of our valuable stuff in here, including our sniffer eggs. So we got 5 diamonds now. We can get a diamond pick and sword if we wanted to, but I might even save those for an enchantment table. Some Heart of the Sea. We got all kinds of good stuff now, and I'm super excited to get going here. I think we should also put this drown head down somewhere. I'm just going to throw it right over here. How about that? We'll have a drown head hanging around. And then, actually, I want to do one more thing before we end. We have some pottery shards here, or sherds, I guess. And I want to make us a pot to end out the video today. So, I love that you can tell stories with the pot. So, we have the 2 savannah trees. We're going to do that on either side. And I actually don't know what this one is. It kind of looks like a fishing rod, but we'll be able to tell a bit of a story here with it. So, we're going to take this one. There's going to be a little bit of a decoration on here. I'm going to throw this down right outside my house. We'll make like a little deck area out here, I guess. We could put that right there. First, we got some trees, some fishing pots, or fishing rods. It's kind of like a adventure out in the ocean, and it kind of perfectly sums up our episode today because we were kind of close to a savanna for a little bit there with those warm oceans, and we got a mending fishing rod, and we were out in the water a lot. So it kind of sums up our adventure today perfectly. So with all that being said, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we got a whole lot done in these past couple of videos. So I'm so excited to dive in and get working again. Next episode, we're going to start working on a base area. We're going to be moving away from the spawn zone, at least for a little bit, and making a really cool little hobbit base for our sniffers. So I'm super excited to dive into that next episode or stream. But thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.